All right, guys. Thank you for coming back to check me out. I wanted to make a quick tutorial on my new website, which is called www.intentionalqueenjourney.com, where we come to be empowered and we talk about peeling back those layers on self-love, self-healing, and mindset growth. So now what we're going to do is look at the website. All right, guys, so here we are. Let's talk about it. This is the home page. Look at it. You can see here you have My Vulnerability is Courage. That's the current episode that's out. It aired on August 5th, 2021. This is where you can play right here the podcast episode right off the bat. This is the home page. I have some blogs here for you. We have here the latest articles, which is take a look at the podcast reviews, my book list, and walk in peace and stay still, intentional self-love and self-healing. Here you'll see we have all the latest episodes, and if you click on the title, you can view the show notes. So here, if you click on the title, it will take you to the show notes for that particular episode. And this shows when it aired. You can listen from it there. And then here's all my show notes on that and all the things that you want to do. And it even has some hyperlinks under all the show notes for that. What you'll also see here as we go through, it only gives you a few rows, but you can click here to listen to all episodes that I have put out. I'm a life coach as well, mindset shift life coach. I'm at Intentional Queen Journey on Instagram. You can find me there and take your mindset and life to the next level by scheduling a coaching session with me. If you click here, it'll take you to where you can set up an appointment with me. About the Intentional Queen podcast, it's for empowering all women to become the best version of themselves while they're on a self-love, self-healing, and growth mindset journey to restoration. You can listen to the show directly from my website. The show airs every other Thursday. If you click listen more, it'll tell you more about the podcast. I also added here a timer for you guys to know when the next episode airs. You asked for it, Queen, so your girl Jineen is going to be creating some different type of merchandise. So stay tuned. The best way to do is to sign up for my email list so you'll be first to know and get your Intentional Queen journey and level up your IQ to a better you. This here will take you to a place where you can contact me. Down here, you'll see Apple Podcasts, Spotify, my RSS feed, and Google Podcasts. I'm pretty much playing on every streaming site. But if you click on these icons, it will take you straight to those specific media players. The newsletter is right here. All you got to do is type your first name, type in your email, and sign right on up, and you'll be right in here. Here's the icon to get to my Instagram. I have a YouTube channel, Apple Podcast, Spotify, my RSS, and this is to contact me and email me. These icons are also on the side. If you ever have a question, you can definitely look there, okay? We'll go back to the top of the screen. Let's go to the About You page. Okay. On the About You page, it shows with my icon of the crown, Intentional Queen. And here I am. About this podcast is for empowering all women to become the best version of themselves on those three things. And we're live every 2 weeks on Thursday. I'm a women motivational speaker, and I'm also a self-love and mindset shift life coach. This is the Gmail email to contact me for general inquiries if you need to. And here's a little bit about the podcast and what led to it. And it's called Shift Your Crown, Queen. You did your work. Welcome to the Intentional Queen podcast, which is for empowering all women to become the best versions of themselves or on their self-love, self-healing, and growth mindset restoration. I am your host, Jineen. Being an intentional queen or leveling up your inner IQ means being authentic and deliberately doing your work to become your best self in this thing called life. I started this podcast because God gave me a gift that my test will ultimately become testimonies to empower other intentional queens. I'm a newfound podcaster, a mother, a mentor, educator, entrepreneur, and a champion in nursing for over 20 years. I am also a women motivational speaker and a life coach on self-love and mindset shift. I pray that all women that hear the sound of my voice will be inspired and intentional while listening to these messages. Check for discussions with me and some of my guests on how to be like a butterfly, trust the process, embrace your journey, walk in peace, purpose in your pain, and have healthy relationships. However, you must remember that it starts within you, so you must trust your metamorphosis and your vulnerability while you are going through this process. I thank you for listening. I pray that everybody who's involved is blessed by the podcast, and you stay tuned every 2 weeks on Thursdays. And then, you got to make sure you share that with some other queens. And here, once again, if you click here, this will take you for setting up your free discovery call with me. It is free, 30 minutes. Set it up. Come talk to me. Let's get you going. I want everybody to stay engaged in Intentional Queen Journey community. I'm also on other social media platforms. So make sure that you go subscribe to my YouTube channel, contact me via email, and sign up for that newsletter. There's another way to contact me there. Okay. So that's the about page. The blog page is real nice. I created that for you guys because I figured, you hear me all the time, but we do have people who are hearing impaired, and it would be nice to go ahead and do a few blogs and give you a little bit more. So here you'll see this is a blog talking about my reviews, and man, I've been blessed. This is bigger than me, and people have definitely, here's a little video that you can watch, and these would be some things here, and it'll go through for about a minute, and you'll see some blessings of people putting their reviews about how they felt about the podcast. There's also some more Apple reviews right there that you can read for yourself. So make sure you subscribe, drop me some stars, and let me know what y'all feeling out there in the streets, okay? Because like I said, this is bigger than me. We trying to let this reach go further. So the more that you support, the more that we can empower other women just like you who's doing their work. Now, I talk a lot on the podcast about book lists and books, and it was brought to my attention, Neen, I need you to do a book list. I want to know those books and give me a way to find them. So here's a little blurb. I call this the Intentional Queen's Toolkit for your self-love, self-healing, and growth mindset journey. I comprise a go-to list for all the books that I think will help you navigate on your journey. And as an intentional motivational speaker and a life coach, I teach you how to research and find the answers to whatever you are seeking. My grounding scripture in the Bible is Matthew 6:33. You seek God in everything, so don't forget to read your Bible in conjunction with these books. And so on here, you'll see the biggest ones that I love. I talk about a lot, especially you hear me talk about that giraffe out there in the streets that comes from the book Instinct. I talk about the crushing when I got turned into a Power Ranger. That was a huge, profound book for me. 5 love languages you need to know, not even just for your loved one that you're looking to seek relationship with, but what are your own love languages that you're doing for yourself, And they also talk about, I think they have a book about kids. So, figuring out your love language of your kids. I talk a lot about the 4 seasons of marriage, but that can go for any relationship. I'm telling you, them fall and winter months be rough out there in the street. So make sure that you are preparing for when you hit those rough seasons and build your relationships on solid ground with a deep, solid foundation. Because if the foundation isn't built strong, next thing you know, it's going to crumble. Soar is a good book. It talks about eagles and flying in your vision. So you hear me talk a lot about eagles. And I also did a nice series with my brother, and we talked about how we were raised. And he also gave some relationship tips on how eagles mate. So definitely go ahead and listen to that. And then Wholeness. I talk about this book all the time, and how you seek this is part of the reason why, I made a journey to restoration, is because you need to become whole. So that way, when you're setting up to do your next maneuvers, you're coming in as a whole person, complete. Okay. The mind, this is why I'm a mindset shift coach. Battlefield of the mind, winning that battle and dealing with whatever is those negative thoughts. Okay. And then you need to trust God day by day. You need to speak affirmations over yourself for a devotional. You need to feed your mind every day. So what I did is I got Trusting God Day by Joyce Myers. And that's a nice thing because you just read it once a day. The big leap thing is conquering your hidden fear and taking your life to the next level. What is it you out here trying to manifest? You hear me talk about your vision and your purpose, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to plan. Here it is for you. As a Man Think Of. I did a whole episode on As an Intentional Queen Think Of. This is a good book. I also did the transcript for this book, and talking about, for me, on the podcast episode, I made a transcription so you can read that, especially for the hearing impaired, or say you want to go and you just want to read. So I'll take you to that blog post in a minute. But here is where you can click to the blog post, and this is where you can listen to that podcast episode. And on every book, I put where you could purchase it. If you click the link, it'll take you right to Amazon so you can purchase your own. Now, I've been having guests up on here, so shout out Miss Vania and shout out Miss Tanya. And they are definitely two authors doing their thing, speaking about their own truths and journey into restoration. So here you can find their books in a little blurb, and also you'll find the podcast episodes of where we had discussions. Miss Vania had two parts, and Tanya, we got that thing done in one. The devil was busy that day, but we got it done. And here's a little blurb about me as your host, okay? And so now that we've done that, we'll look at another blog, and then we'll move on to the other sessions, because I want you guys to be able to see everything that this website is built upon. And I tell you, my creators, they did this thing right here. So I always talk about this podcast, or Intentional Queen Journey, is about self-love, self-healing, and growth mindset, or mindset shifts. And so I created a blog that addressed every issue there. So this one's here, that Walking in Peace, and we're going to talk about self-love and self-healing. Remember, the episodes drop every other Thursday. You'll see on the side you can get to more of my blog posts. You just click on the link that take you to my coaching sessions as well. And this one here talks about meekness in a storm. It was my first podcast episode. I poured my heart out on that thing. You click here, you can listen, but you can view here a post that I have there on my Instagram. I got a little scripture here for you talking about self-love, okay? And what you should make sure you should do. A little link back to the toolkit, because I talk about you got to read now. And here's a way, like I said, if this is all resonating with you, sign up for your free coaching call. I want to be with you. I want to go ahead and do this work. Don't forget to sign up for the email list. And here is the podcast transcription of Intentional Meekness in a Storm. This here blessed a lot of people. So I went on, and you'll see it's time stamped at every part. And I went through and put this here for you, so you can print that up or read that on your smartphone. And if you click here, you can listen to the episode. Okay, that was a good thing. Hopefully you'll enjoy that. And then the other blog post was on believing in yourself, which talks about affirmations. And I put my favorite affirmations in there. So you need to be speaking word into yourself every day. And so here you got to believe in yourself. And I gave you my favorite ones about that. And here's the email list there. Okay. And then you also have here the Embrace Your Journey, Intentional Mindset Growth. And this one talks about As an Intentional Queen Think Of. You can click here to listen to the episode, and also you can go back to the book list, and you'll see As a Man Think Of book by James Allen there, and it'll also link you back to the podcast episode. So whatever you're feeling, okay. Here's for your free coaching call. Don't forget to do that. And then I break down, this is where you can listen to that episode, but I had the transcription done, all the timestamps of me talking, okay? And then further down, you'll see me talk about it drops every other Thursday. And let's look down. I spoke for a minute, and then it ended in about 28 minutes, okay? So you can click here to sign up to the email list. You can follow me on IG, and you can click here to subscribe to the YouTube. So everything is there for you. And always at the bottom, if you're like, where do I go to sign up for the newsletter? It is right there at the bottom for you. Let's go over here to the sessions. This is my coaching stuff. And so I'm in the middle of being certified, which will be done very shortly. And I am your girl for this. Okay. I say a little bit about myself and what I've been up to, and let's do our work together. Okay. And I always give a disclaimer. This is not intended to replace therapy or counseling. And right here, y'all just click on what y'all want, set up that time, and link up with me. And the rest is history. Okay. It's free. 30 minutes one-on-one, and then we can set up more sessions if all is well. So that's that. And then events, y'all know Y'all asked me for some queen chats, okay? So Janeen's been digging in the arsenal, figuring out how that's gonna be. Let me know how you doing. So here, I was thinking we do our first one, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And that would be 7 p.m., okay, on August 2021. Maybe we do a Zoom chat, okay? And then we'll have here, I wrote a little blurb for y'all. I wanted to create a safe space for us to link up, have some time where we can water, nurture each other through self-love, self-healing, and growth mindset journey. I believe in surrounding yourself with like-minded people because we are giraffes out here in these streets. Remember, iron sharpens iron, and we can help each other shift our crowns and do our work. So I was thinking about we meet monthly for about an hour, discuss all things that can help us with the Intentional Queen journey, including the start of like a Intentional Queen book club. What do you think about this, ladies? Let me know what you thinking. We meet monthly, discuss topics with Q&A from well-known books. Send me an email if you have some book ideas, and don't forget to subscribe to the email newsletter so you can be the first one. So I thought that was good. And here's a way where you can sign up right here and subscribe, okay? And if you click the link right there, that'll take you right to your free coaching call. Boom, right there, okay? And a little more about me if you click on that page. Another event that I got coming up, can y'all believe that Intentional Queen podcast going to be one? Y'all get ready to be singing happy birthday to me. So I'm excited about that. That anniversary actually is a little bit after the date. It's in October, but I was trying to create a good date. So I'm thinking about the 9th. So go ahead and save the date for yourselves. Probably about 11. Do it a couple hours. I'm up here in the planning phases. So just giving y'all a preview of what your girl's up to. And so I turned 1. It's a blessing. It's an honor for this podcasting journey. You know why I started it. And I was doing my own work and shifting my own crown and didn't realize when I was speaking life into myself, I started speaking life into others. And I learned how to believe in myself, trust the process, do my own transformation like a butterfly. Hence why my logo is a butterfly. And it has the 8 in it because the 8 there represents journey. Hence why it's called Intentional Queen Journey. And you walk in your purpose, okay? And so I want you to save the date and celebrate with me in October 21. We're in the planning stages. So I want you to seek God. It's living proof in everything that you do. Once again, you can set up your coaching call here with me. And if you really want to be down for the event, which I want you to be, you sign right here and you'll be right on the email list. So you'll be in the know. The contact page that they set up for me, which is awesome too. General inquiries, you can click right here, send me an email right to Intentional Queen Journey. It is a link there. And then this goes to if you have any support questions with the website or anything that's not general questions, just go ahead and shoot me an email and I'll read it and get back to you. And then last but not least, let's go over here to subscribe, okay? And you'll have here how you can subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Google, My Libsyn, Spotify, RSS. It also has a little bit about me. If you click the picture, it'll take you back to the home page, okay? And there you are. And I think that was everything. Now I did, just so you know, if you are looking on a smartphone or if you're looking on a tablet, there will be something there with the X and it'll be the menu. And on there, you can see my link tree, which allows you to click the links. It's actually on my Instagram as well, Intentional Queen Link Catalog. And it's not for mobile. It's only for mobile view, but you'll see on there and it'll click you over to my website. But look on your smartphone. It's there for you. You'll love it. It'll get you the quick links. You also can browse episodes from right here. And I hope you enjoy the website. And if you got any questions or some things you want me to add to this thing, just let me know, guys. Thank you so much. And as I say, level up your intentional queen to a better you.